What's going on, guys? We're back with a brand new video. Before this video starts, if you're one of these 95% of people that have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, what are you doing? Go down below, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell beside it, and drop a comment on what videos I should make, because I'm always up for suggestions, especially over the off season that's coming up. And our goal is 100 subscribers, so try to make that goal happen. Okay, so the first trade we're talking about today is Kyle Hardigan to Hawthorn for a future 4th round pick. This is just, I don't really get this trade for what Hawks are trying to do, because obviously they know that they're trying to rebuild, but why do they keep on picking up these like older players that come into the club? Like in recent history they bring in Tom Scully, John Patton, Sam Frost, which is a bit younger, Chad Wingard, and they're trading away like draft picks. Like they should actually just go to the draft. There's so many like key defenders in this draft that they should just go to the draft, get some young guys in, and they already have some young people that can actually play. Like I'm sure, I can't name one off the top of my head, but whoever is a key defender at that football club should be playing. They should not be worrying about winning games right now. Kyle Hardigan is a player that will come in and help you win a game. He's not a star player, but he's like a good enough footballer where he can be in a best 18 for a premiership side. So I don't know why he's at Hawthorn. Let's see what happens with him, because who knows, we can't really talk about this trade until we see what Hawthorn actually do for the rest of the trade period and next season. Next up we got Sean McKernan, the 30-year-old, to St Kilda in just a free agency. It was an unrestricted free agent, and this is just a great pickup because there's nothing really can go wrong. People are saying they probably should have brought in Paddy McCartan because they play the same role, but Paddy McCartan is something that St Kilda should not be taking a risk with right now due to his injury problems when he was at the club. And like a team like, apparently he's linked to Sydney, like Paddy McCartan should be going to a team like Sydney that can take a risk on a player like that. But St Kilda, they're entering the premiership window, so you bring in a player like Sean McKernan that's an experienced footballer, the 30-year-old, he's reliable. He has the ability to kick 40 goals in the season if needed, but he'll probably only play a few games, probably maximum, probably 10. Well, I'm just hoping for that because that's only if there's barely any injuries. So he's just pretty much just a emergency glass, break if needed. So this is a great pickup by the Saints. Again, they're doing their great trade period stuff. Next up is big 2-meter Peter to Essendon for a future 4th round selection. This is just a low risk, high reward right here. 2-meter Peter was the 8th pick in the 2015 draft, and he hasn't really lived up to expectations. But with a new scenery and with him being the main man, because at Gold Coast everyone knows that Ben King pretty much took over their forward line as the main man, and they couldn't really run close to 205 centimeter targets down there, especially when. Yeah, this did not work. They tried to do it in 2019 Gold Coast, did not work at all. So this year they just went with just Ben King as the main key, and it worked. Like they were playing, Ben King was playing so good for them this season. During the mid-season, Ben King was actually picked as the the All-Australian centre half forward, which is great for them. So yeah, great job by Essendon. He'll be the main man along with probably James Stewart or someone, if they bring in anyone else in. So great job, Essendon. Next trade is Mitchy Hannon to the Western Bulldogs for a future 3rd round selection. This is just a great pickup. Bulldogs are originally going to go for Jack Loney, but they kind of, when there's a bit of, Jack Loney was kind of just the best small forward, and everyone's looking at him like the Dan Butler was the Jack Loney of this trade period, but they kind of drived away from that and tried to go for the Mitch Hannon, which has been in and out of the Melbourne side this year, but mainly because of he's an injury prone player. But when he's up and about, he was so good in 2018. He was originally actually on the Footscray BFL list, and that's where he got picked up as a mature age recruit. He is 26 years old, but still has a lot of footy ahead of him. Great pickup by the Dogs. Next up is the big 206cm ruckman Braden Perouse, which this is actually exactly what GWS need. They've been needing a ruckman for probably who knows how long. Shane Mumford's been still just minging around in the bloody on the team just because they had no other options, but they needed someone to take over from Shane Mumford. They thought it was going to be Sam Jacobs last year. Obviously, he's retired now. Did not work out at all. He could not get fit because of COVID, and he was just not feeling footy once he went to the GWS. But this bloke is the heaviest player in the AFL, 206 centimeters, and he's only 25. He's about to enter his prime. He's barely played football for Melbourne due to, everyone knows, they've just got Luke Jackson, and their main ruckman is All-Australian ruckman Max Gawn. So it's understandable why he's not getting a game, but this absolutely fits the needs. But I'm going to have to say this, Melbourne absolutely robbed GWS. They took pick 31. Pick 31. To put this in perspective, Brad Crouch went to Saints for pick 23. So 8 picks later, Braden Perouse. So that just shows that either GWS just got robbed, or Saints got a steal off the Crows. I'm pretty sure it's about 50-50 on that one. But either way, this feels a much needed need for GWS. Next up is Stefan Martin that just went to the Western Bulldogs. This is just kind of like what St Kilda did last year with pairing up a young ruckman, up and coming ruckman, to an experienced ruckman like Rowan Marshall and Paddy Ryder. But this time it is Stefan Martin and Timmy English. Stefan Martin did not get a contract from Brisbane due to salary cap. They have all these young players coming through, so they didn't want to give a 34, 33-year-old ruckman another go, especially where they got Oscar McInerney, which is played pretty much mostly main ruck because Stefan Martin's been injured, and they've got Archie Smith coming through the ranks, and they don't need to run 2 ruckmen next year because they've got Joe Danaher that's at the club now that does play as a secondary ruckman. So yeah, this will help Tim English out because they've had to run Josh Dunkley that might not even be at the club next year in the ruck for a lot of the season, and Josh Bruce in there because Tim English was just getting exposed. Like in every time they've come up against a good ruckman like a Brodie Grundy, and in that elimination final, Rowan Marshall and Patrick Ryder actually tore up Tim English and took him off the park. So this feels a much needed need for the Bulldogs, an actual ruckman. Next up, which was in a 3-way trade for the Stefan Martin deal, is Lockie Young, the 21-year-old that's only played 8 games of football, but at the age of 21, this bloke could be anything. And the games he's played, he's shown a lot of potential, but as a halfbacker. So this is just, I don't really have anything to say about this bloke, but he's a fast halfbacker, good with his feet, and he'll fit in perfectly because North Melbourne have delisted Jamie McMillan, Jasper Pittard, Marley Williams, Do-Man, so they're all halfbackers. So this bloke will come in, probably play every game if he's healthy next year for the Roos. Great pickup, fits in with their young core of like LDU, Jai Sinkum, Cam Zerha. So great pickup by the Roos, very smart. And that's the video, guys. I'll probably have one more AFL trade wrap, which will be at the end of the trade period when all the big deals go down. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to drop a like and a subscribe. Comment down below what videos I should make. And we're on the road to 100 subscribers. Thanks for watching, guys.